What up, gang? Carolina Jackpot time coming at you on Friday evening. It also means that it is June the 28th, 2024. Hope y'all are doing good this evening. I wanted to have a serious conversation with you guys. You can take it for what it's worth. First off, I want to talk about this. This is an underrated beer, Land Shark. I got them on sale right now at Publix for the 4th of July. Well, not just for the 4th of July, it's for this entire week. I believe they're $16.99 for a 12-pack of bottles, and that's buy one, get one free. So guess what? If you just buy one, you get it for half price. That is an unheard of low price. Same thing with the 12-pack cans as well. So get your ass over to Publix and get you some Land Shark beer. Take you about an hour out of your day, drink you a 12-pack of these, and you'll be fins up. Anyway, that's just a suggestion. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But anyway, getting into what I wanted to talk about here on this particular video. And we've talked about this like as an aside in videos in the past, but never really dived into it, and I've never really gotten a whole lot of feedback from it from other fan bases. But I want to know why, and I'll tell you my reasons why. Why is it that no one being a relative term, as a general rule, no one outside of the own fan base likes these guys? They don't. They really don't. They have a unhealthy desire to see them fail. I'm just as guilty of it too. So I'm lumping myself there with the they. Let's talk about this as a backdrop, or give kind of some reference to what I'm talking about here. This team, the Tennessee Vols, has won 6 national championships in college football. Now, 1967 and 1998 would be the ones that are most known or remembered by anyone who watches this channel. 1967 is also a stretch, right? So 1950 and 1951, either that or 51 and 52. I didn't write it down. You also won national championships then, which were outright. It also says you have claimed national championships. These are ones that you were not outright champions, but you kind of christened yourself as champions these years, sort of like UCF did after the 2017 season, which they went undefeated and they won their bowl game. But obviously, those who vote on such things didn't see UCF as a national champion. You claimed a national championship in 1985 when you went 9-1-2. For those of you younger fans who kind of started watching football post-1994, with 1995, the ties were abolished. They went with overtime in college football. We used to actually have ties before that. So Tennessee won 9 games, lost 1, and tied 2 back in 1985. Those ties came against UCLA in the opener, and they also tied Georgia Tech 6-6 at home. Now, you were not the national champions then. It doesn't matter how hard, fast, and continuous you claim it. Iowa was the national champions in 1985, and so it shall be. Was it Iowa or was it Oklahoma? I don't know. It was one of those damn schools out there where they grow a lot of corn and shit. 1989, you won 11-1, so that's a little bit more respectable. You did lose to Alabama, though, in the middle of the season. Boy, that's a gigantic shocker right there, isn't it? You claimed yourself the SEC co-champion. Well, I don't guess you claimed yourself. You were the SEC co-champs with Tennessee, with Alabama. However, they won the game between you two, so they would have the head-to-head, right? You went to the Cotton Bowl and beat Arkansas. Of course, Arkansas wasn't in the SEC then. They were in the Southwestern Conference. So Once again, no, you want national champions then. Doesn't matter what you claim on that. Is that why we hate these people? Is it success on the football gridiron? I'm not so sure. Just as being a Gamecock fan myself, I can tell you, here's my reasons. Number one, and this really hasn't come into fruition so much, except for probably in the past, I'd say 4 years. Since Tennessee hired Josh Heupel and started, elevating their football game up a little bit. I'm just, it's not jealousy, but it's a sense of why. Why, after 3 11-win seasons in a row, did South Carolina do absolutely nothing to build on that momentum and keep it or continue on that upward trajectory? Why did you not push for any better than 11-2? Why just 11-2 is the bar? Steve Spurrier's retired. Well, fuck it. Let's just shove it all to the side and go hire ourselves a shit coach who was fired just 18, 20 months ago. That way of thinking it just really needles me, and I can't understand why other schools such as the Tennessee have more forward-thinking athletic departments and athletic directors, and they go out and hire the necessary people to either A, continue the success that they're having, or B, back up, punt, and try to get things moving in a different direction. That's one thing that pisses me off. So that's not really jealousy, but it's just that I feel like my team should be where yours is right now. We should be in playoff conversation. We should be in contention for the SEC. Not you, us. You had your shitty years, and that's fine. And you're like, well, kick us while you're down. Kick us while we're down. Well, I want to continue kicking you. I want to continue kicking the hell out of you. So that's one thing. I think the advent of social media and it really getting amped up, especially with Twitter kind of really taking a stronghold in the college football trash talk stratosphere. Yes, I know there are still Facebook groups out there, and I'm a member of a few of them, but Facebook is not what it was just even as recent as 3 or 4 years ago. Twitter has kind of become the go-to of the younger generation, and some of these people, they got some good ones. I mean, some of them are kind of quick-witted there. Some of them are just downright stupid. I don't Twitter, I do engage in it a lot. I don't have as many followers as you would think I would have for being, the number one Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. I don't know. I don't get as many likes on Twitter as I do when I post things on Facebook or when I do YouTube videos. I guess it's just the age of your audience and, who's watching you and who's interacting with you. But, you should go follow Carolina Jackpot on Twitter because I do put some stuff on there, but I'm not going to if I don't, start getting some more interaction on it. I'm just going to watch and admire from afar, I guess. So social media has really vaulted you people into a lot of folks' shithouse. Your Twitter following is not only uneducated at points, but quite annoying. It's okay to chest beat after a big win. It's okay to chest beat after winning a championship in something. It's okay to chest beat a little bit when you're really high on a team going into a season. But when you just continuously go on and on and on and on about it, it gets to be downright aggravating as shit. This Nico Iamaleava, really good quarterback coming out of high school, has a tremendous upside. We haven't seen a whole lot from him yet. Had a really good performance in the bowl game. I mean, is that going to continue? I don't know. You people are crowning this guy as the next Heisman Trophy winner talking about how he's going to be in fucking New York at the end of the year, how he's going to throw at least 30 touchdowns this year, probably have 1 or 2 picks. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. It's okay to have high expectations for a high-level player. There's nothing wrong with that. And, I mean, I guess a lot of fan bases do it, but when y'all do it, it just hits differently. And I don't know why. That's another thing I want people to explain to me. Why is it that it hits different when Tennessee fans have a high expectation for a high-level player? I'm dying to know. I got to know. I mean, even I kind of join in the folly there with this stuff. Do we want to see him fail? I don't know necessarily. You don't play us this year or next year. So, I mean, if he fails or not, it really doesn't have a huge bearing on my team or my fandom. I mean, it'd be cool to laugh at, I guess. But at the same time, I really don't. I don't want to hear the. I would rather hear you crying than I would you celebrating this guy going out and actually throwing 30 touchdowns and 2 picks. So there's that thing. There's the South Carolina thing with the whole. You just can't. You cannot accept losing. And just say, we had a bad night, screw it, next week we're going to play better. Or something, I'm paraphrasing, but something along those lines. That's a simple way to explain it. No, you have to make up excuses for losing everything. 2022, or 2021, bowl game, refs screwed us. 2022, South Carolina, they dumped sand on the field. They stole our signals. Our defense was fighting our offense. This, that, and other. There's a mile long. I'd have to get a scroll out to get all the excuses up for that one that you folks came up with. They lost to Georgia that year. Well, I mean, it was raining and we just wasn't used to that. Well, it rained on Georgia too. So maybe you just weren't that good. How about that? I mean, why can't we just admit that? How about we just wasn't ready to play? How about the crowd really got in under our skin and got in our psyche and said, well, we got to stop doing that. How about that? Just admit defeat and move on. No, but you won't do it. You absolutely will not do those things. And these other sports, it's not like you've won a whole heck of a lot. Basketball, you got a winning record all time. Never been to a Final Four. This year, had the best chance probably at least one of the best chances you've ever had. Didn't make it. Baseball, you won your first national championship. Congratulations. That's another thing. People, are you running it into the ground? Maybe. But, I mean, you kind of got a right to beat your chest a little bit. You got a right to beat your chest a little bit about that one. It gets under people's skin. Why? Somebody tell me. I don't really know about that one. I will say this. The fans of Tennessee are absolutely obsessed with these motherfuckers. They are absolutely obsessed. And I've said before that I wouldn't really say their name on this channel very much because, quite frankly, I have zero respect for them as a channel. But that Talkin' Vols channel, if you go over and watch one of their live chats, everybody that comments in that chat section has a emoji that looks something like this. A little Tennessee T beside it. Go to your emoji thing on your iPhone. You can't find that emoji. You know why? Because it's a custom-made emoji. It's custom. You have to be a member of this channel of his to have that emoji. Everybody in the chat has that Tennessee T emoji. So they're all members. I'm like, this is absolutely insane that we have this many people. And I was like, is it this passionate of a fan base? Is it really that passionate? If it is, maybe we should lay off of you. I don't know. You other guys let me know. But, I mean, I've never really, guys, I haven't seen back when the Chicago Bulls were really good, when the Lakers and the freaking Celtics were really good. The New York Yankees, maybe to some degree, I don't know. I don't get into pro baseball like that. The Cowboys in Tennessee kind of, that kind of fits kind of together. The Yankees in Tennessee somehow. The Dodgers are another team that everybody hates. Myself, I personally hate the Philadelphia Phillies. I detest them worse than any team out there, and it's because of Bryce Harper, who plays on our team. Never liked the guy. Haven't liked him ever since he played minor league baseball. And I heard in a game at Greensboro when he was in single A that he was getting heckled. He was getting a lot of shit. Then he went up there. He hit a grand slam, and he ran around the bases like this and mocking the players on the other team. And I'm like, what a codsucker you are. So that's my reason for not liking the Phillies. I didn't like the Nationals when he played for them. Kind of laid off of that one. So who dislikes this fan base? Who dislikes Tennessee more? Is it the Gamecocks? Maybe, but South Carolina's not the largest fan base out there. So I'm not sure about that one. There's a large section of the Gamecock population over on Twitter that doesn't like Tennessee, but however, it's really only come to fruition in the last few years. So I wouldn't think it's them. Is it Florida? Been big-time rivals in the SEC, both of you founding SEC members. Maybe it's them. Is it Alabama? Y'all play every year. I mean, Alabama has absolutely... they have actually taken a second mortgage out on your ass. I mean, that's how much they own you. I mean, you've beaten them once since 2007. You act like you're on their level. You act like you are Alabama, even though Alabama has beaten you consistently every year since 2007. Some years just outright curb stomped you. Some years making one of your players so mad he almost crawled up into the stands and gave everybody the double middle fingers. Is it Kentucky? Kentucky and Tennessee got a little bit of a thing going on there. Kentucky has generally, over the years, kind of dominated you in basketball a little bit. Baseball, I don't know. Football, obviously. I mean, you guys are on the edge. Even some of the best Kentucky teams of the past 25, 30 years that I can remember lost to Tennessee. The 2018 version with Benny Snell comes to mind. I think they won 10 games this year. Guess who one of those 10 wasn't against? Tennessee. Is it Georgia? I don't know. That's a rivalry. It's kind of a border rivalry, but I don't think they really view you as one of their big two rivals. Is it Vanderbilt? Yeah, I mean, you're Vanderbilt's daddy. You're their daddy. That's for sure. However, the past 10, 15 years, series has been kind of close. Maybe not virtually even, but it's been pretty close. Now, you've owned them of late, and the games haven't been close. So maybe order has gotten restored in that one. But is it Vanderbilt? Who dislikes you more? Is it someone from outside of the SEC? Possibly. Could a Clemson be in the mix? Because maybe y'all have some recruiting battles. Probably not. It's probably one of these teams, probably from some of that list there. And I got to think it's probably between Alabama and Florida. Even though I know Kentucky can't stand you. I mean, Kentucky's just so far behind in that series in football, which is the sport that matters. Let's get that straight. That it'd be hard to throw them up there in the top three. But I mean, we could just say it's a tie between you three there. And Vanderbilt's poor Vanderbilt's just kind of irrelevant. They really are. They try, but they're just never gonna be able to make it. So down in the comment section below, tell me why people dislike this bunch so much. And I'll be interested to hear what you have to say. And this is really not a trash-talking video. Well, it kind of is, but it's kind of one where I'm searching for answers. Because if you don't know the answer to a subject, if you've tried to read up on it, you've tried to study on it, you've tried to gain wisdom from other places, and you just can't find that wisdom, then it's up to you to reach out to those who are in the know. Let me know down in the comment section below. Why does everybody hate Tennessee? I'll see y'all later on. I appreciate it. Peace, and I'm out of here. My fins up. It's getting hot. Still, go Gamecocks. Spurs up to my toes up. Catch y'all on the next.